Hello everyone, Storm Rowan here. Today we're going to have an urgent message. We just had a tropical storm that has developed in the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty much unexpected at this time. We're going to look onto satellite imagery. Kind of looks disorganized, doesn't look that impressive at this time, but at this point, it is a little bit of a weak tropical storm. I'll get Chad to pull up in a moment. So low pressure, I think it should be right in there. And we're expecting this to go up something like this. And that actually may change the weather pattern later this week, especially when it moves northeast, having moisture to deal with. Again, we were not expecting this to become a tropical storm or even a tropical depression. You can see the intensity guidance here. We only have very few models on this here. Again, it's a weak tropical storm. This is expected to hit near Houston, Texas here. So you guys have got to keep an eye on this. I do know a person that does live in Houston, Texas. So here, I'm going to get chat pulled up on my phone. Don't worry, I'll see you guys chat. Let's get off of this. We'll see if it looks any better. Yeah, it's getting there. So what we got going on here, your low pressure, seems like it's starting to go on land. We got thunderstorms, should be going back around. Houston is somewhere in here. I'll probably show you radar in a moment. We got storms hitting Louisiana as well. We got the Outer Banks here. Imelda. I can't pronounce it, guys, so I do apologize. Again, having the same problem. It don't come up on my phone. The live stream. Pretty unfortunate. Let's see here. Trying to make this as quick as... Okay, there we go. Found it. Since I know none of y'all haven't said anything yet. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. Just leave it like that. Again, with the intensity guidance here. So this is what it is right now. 35 knots, that's probably equal to about 40 to 45 mile per hour winds. Sustained winds. It could gust up to 50 miles per hour. I'll say that's a good possibility. Here, let's look at a couple more things here. You can see the track heads right towards Oklahoma City. Here's the National Hurricane Center's forecast. We do got tropical storm warnings issued. And I think it does include maybe Houston. Here, I'm going to tell. Let's look that on Wednesday, see where Houston is. Oh yeah, Houston's going to get hit. They're not in a tropical storm warning at this time. They could be in a tropical storm watch. So let's look into rain from this. I think the Euro is showing 2 weak on this. It's not really high res, but we can look onto the NAM. So we do get a better idea on this. You can see it's predicting that the center will hit Houston there. Seems like it's a very slow mover. That's going to be an issue. And we still got thunderstorms coming out of this. That's going to be pulling in quite a bit of moisture there. So this is going to be the next 60 hours here. Let's see how much rain. This could be a little bit too much. Yeah, that is way too much rain. I don't think 30 inches is going to happen. We'll say at best probably up to a foot of rain is a pretty good possibility. Let's look into the Euro. See if it's got anything on this. Oh yeah. Holy moly. It seems like the rainfall totals have went up for Houston. That is going to be an issue. 20 inches now. We'll see if the GFS shows anything on this for the next 3 days. Showing a little bit eastward. Let's go back to the Euro. Let's go the next 5 days here. And it seems like it does head right towards Dallas. And it doesn't really move that much for the next 5 days. Move very little bit. And I guess it does die out near Houston. Again, rainfall looks to be the primary threat for people. So if you're in Houston and Lufkin, Cleveland, you all need to be prepared for some flash flooding issues here. Same thing for Tyler, Texas. Looks like Lake Jackson as well. These are some pretty high rainfall totals, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Especially for the NAM, which I heard they're going to be retiring the NAM. And they're going to create a new model soon, which I'll be pretty excited for. But let's not get too off topic here. Again, here's the track here. It seems like it'll probably be a tropical storm still over Houston. I'll say it'll be a very weak tropical storm at that point, and it seems like it dies out on Thursday. Again, this is a very slow mover. That can create some issues. We'll look into some other models as well. We're starting to see some new storms developing around the center of the storm. And again, not moving that much at all. So it's not really organized or anything like that. I do also have other news for you guys, and let's go to their 5-day outlook here. So we have Tropical Storm 10 right now. If we look into this one here, this is expected to become a hurricane, and this could be a threat to Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Most models so far have this, I think it's on the tropical tidbits here for the forecast tracks. Right now, most models I've seen, it's not really much threat to the U.S. mainland at this point because of this high pressure here. If it starts to build out west, then it's going to get closer here to the coast. Now, I think the people that have to really watch this is these folks in here, and maybe even parts of the Bahamas here. It's got to keep an eye on it. The southeast is going to be pretty questionable at this point, even though it looks like it's heading right towards it. But the last time I looked at models, they're kind of moving away. And Bermuda actually may be a threat as well. So let's go ahead and go back. And we do have something going on out here for the next 5 days here. It's a 20% chance. I think we'll probably expect that to become something. We're also going to note Humberto. I think it was about a they're forecasted to be a Category 3 hurricane. It doesn't really look like it that much. Its pressure's low, though. It's 961 millibars, but the winds are a little bit weak with this. Versus the pressure, it's 100 mile per hour winds. Not a threat to mainland of the United States, but does have a threat for Bermuda, and they are under a tropical storm warning right now. And it seems like they've been upgraded to a hurricane watch in this update here. And keep in mind that this still has effects with the mainland as well. We're talking about rough surf along the East Coast. You're talking about from Florida all the way up to Massachusetts. I can't pronounce that. Do apologize for that. But anywhere from Florida up to near Boston has a chance for dangerous surf there along the coast. Let's look at the tropics. Wait, we already looked at that. Never mind. There's Imelda. 40 mile per hour winds here. Do not know the gust at this time, but that's the sustained winds. So let's go back here. So there's Tropical Storm 10. Seems like we're starting to get more and more models, probably having a little bit of sharper curve because of that high pressure, the Bermuda High. It does start to weaken there, but we also start to see high pressure start to develop in the eastern United States. So the chances for this thing to head right towards the United States is pretty low at this time. We're even starting to see there's actually a couple models that do continue towards the United States. We even have one going south of Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. We're going to have to keep an eye on this fairly closely. But at this point, the chances for hitting the United States are pretty low. Let's see here. Even the CMC and the GFS do agree. Okay. 7th, I did not mention Tropical Storm Kiko. Now, a few days ago, this is crazy. This is over at the Pacific, by the way. Earlier, oh wow. Let's see here. A few days ago, Kiko was just a tropical storm. Then I think they said it hit some very favorable convection and moisture convection. That combination in 48 hours went from a tropical storm up to a Category 4 hurricane in 48 hours. And that's very intense intensification. We do have models. So we're starting to see a few models going back to major hurricane strength. 4 out of quite a few. We're going to keep an eye on that because that could head towards Hawaii. You can see they are expecting this to become a hurricane again tomorrow. Tropical Storm Rowena. This one here is actually going to go on the coast of Mexico. They do have tropical storm watches issued there. And good chunk of models are heading, could be a Category 1 hurricane there. And seems like California and Arizona is going to keep an eye on this. This actually may turn towards California and Arizona. That'd be very interesting. The Southwest actually do need some rain, I do believe. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Tropical Storm 14 here out in the Pacific. No threat to land. Looks to be. Yeah, I'm warning what this system here can do. So let's go back to rain and thunder with the Euro. Because this tropical systems like those can affect the weather pattern quite a bit. It can create below average temperatures. It can create slightly above average precipitation here. So this can affect the weather. Tropical system can. Seems like a cold front starts to come in here. So this is Saturday the 21st. That system is pretty much gone, but it does show indication of some severe weather since we have the uptick of moisture. And I think some shear as well. We could see a chance of severe weather across looks to be Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma, probably even back to Texas. And it seems like that actually becomes a very nice cold front here. You got severe weather chances from Michigan all the way back into the plains. And it looks like we do have low pressure developing in Oklahoma. It looks like it starts to deepen. Let's go to Sunday here. Cold front starts to continue a little bit eastward. And it seems like it weakens as it reaches towards the east here, by the 23rd. Hey guys, here in Kentucky, we need some rain. I haven't had rain probably in the past 30 to 40 days now. So there's Tuesday, new system looks like starts to try to kick in. Oh boy, yep. Definitely looks like some type of severe weather stuff to keep an eye on. The Euro does not show low pressure with these lines here. Those are isobars. That indicates the winds, but you can see low pressure does develop over Lubbock, Texas. Let's go to Thursday here. That low pressure moves over to Oklahoma City, and maybe I have to keep an eye a little bit afterwards there. Something to really keep an eye on. Let's see what the GFS shows. Doesn't look like more pressure would happen, but it does show still some type of system there. A little bit higher north. We'll see if the GFS has got a different suggestion. And yes, it does. Remember I was talking about, let's see here. Tropical storm Lorena. You can see a few of those models are taking it right towards California and Arizona. And look here on windy. There it is right there, bringing tons of rain to Phoenix. That's going to be an issue. You don't want too much rain there, then you'll have flash flooding issues. Even some mountain snow try to go on in California. So there's some good news there for those folks. And it seems like as it moves northeast here, you have moisture going along with it. And that's probably the system itself right there. Moved on. And it looks like that does start to deepen. And looks like low pressure does develop over here. So I think it's all eyes next week here, because balls are going back and forth with different systems. And I think the timing is just off with these here. That's why the I can't say it. I'm losing my words here. Here, I'll show you what I was going to try to say. Let's go through the. Oh yeah, there's a 15% on day 4. Predictably too low. That's what I'm trying to say there. So I'll probably have to do that on a different video there. That looks like something that could be pretty serious there, up in the northern plains. But this is all about tropical. So it's all about the future of these systems here. And these systems can affect the weather a lot, especially for Orlena. You're talking about that system. Let's zoom out here. Basically, its track shows Lorena right now is somewhere in here. Its track is showing something that can go up like this for the next, I think that's 10 days there. And that's where it is right there. So, and that can also affect some pretty big weather changes across the plains there. Even some severe weather is no doubt there. And that does look like a type of system that could bring some severe weather, especially with this low here. That can really increase some, possibly some severe weather there, especially for supercells and tornadoes, where it can increase the shear. That's what those models have been showing for a long time now. So this is currently, because we're going to have thunderstorms go on shore, so we probably should see flash flood watches to be issued. But we can take a look on there and see there should be flash flood watches there. Yes, there is. I don't believe there's any current tornado warnings there. I can check on my phone. This could turn into a tornado coverage because these things here can correct tornadoes, and it doesn't look like we do not have any current tornado warnings at this time. So that's some good news there. If y'all guys got any questions here, you can put in the chat right now. Try to make this live stream go about a little bit quicker. And I think you're all gone. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this tropical update. I'll definitely have an update on this probably tomorrow or at some point. I think severe weather is going to be something to keep an eye on. So yeah, if y'all did like this live stream, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, never miss an upload. If you guys got any questions about this, if y'all missed the live stream, you can put in the comment section down below. I'll answer you guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.